Hello and welcome to this new series of AWS course. This course is regarding the DevOps Engineer Professional Examination. So, the AWS Certified DevOps Engineer Professional Exam validates technical expertise in provisioning, operating, and managing distributed application systems on the AWS. The exam concepts you should understand for this exam include the ability to implement and manage continuous delivery systems and methodologies on AWS. This also require understanding and implementation as well as automate security controls, governance processes, and compliance validation. So you need to define and deploy monitoring matrices and logging system on AWS, and you need to implement systems that are highly available, scalable, and self-healing on the AWS platform. So these all things will be required to be covered for preparation of this DevOps engineer professional examination. So this examination covers four blocks of preparation. So I'll just describe them one by one. The first block is the continuous delivery and automation. So we have to just understand that how this delivery of programs or application will be can be processed quickly using the DevOps thing. So this is nothing but we need to bridge the gap, the code preparation and the code commit. So this will just decrease the time when the code is built and the code is deployed in the production environment. So that is a very briefly that will describe what is continuous delivery and automation. And second thing is monitoring matrices and logging. So in this block we will be learning about how we can configure the monitoring and create matrices for monitoring of the resources in AWS, and as well as we will be dealing with the logging information. So how we can create a logging portal, or we can use some cloud trail or cloud watch in and for monitoring and logging purposes. So that we will discuss in detail when this block will be covered. So these two things are done. Now the third thing is focus on security, governance, as well as the validation of the uh, environment. So the security is majorly concerned about the IAM policies. Most of the things will be covered in within IAM policies, and few things related to bucket policies and all. So how we should restrict the security, and we should restrict the unauthorized access to our resources in AWS. Now the governance part basically deals with the cost and all. So we need to keep checking what resources are being utilized and till what level they are utilized, so that if some unattended resources are there which are costing money to the client or us, should be removed from the AWS infrastructure. So we need to keep a track on that as well. So that will cover the governance part, and then validation. So whatever the infrastructure we have created in AWS, so is that infrastructure justifying the um, cause, justifying the plan which we have made while imagining the infrastructure. So that all we have to validate, and in this block. So this block will generally deal with IAM policies, S3 bucket policies, and whatever the things related to security and the cost management and validation. And the last block will be covering the high availability and elasticity. So it will deal with auto scaling, ELB, and such kind of stuffs, where we can create a highly available infrastructure for the client, and we can provide a reliable infrastructure so that our resources are always online, and the end users are not affected by that. Now the next thing is what we are going to cover in this course. So the first point is implementing continuous integration and continuous delivery. As we discussed earlier, like continuous integration means whatever the code we are developing or we are like building, so we should deploy that code in the minimal time, so that if there is some bug or if there is some issue with that code, it can be reworked immediately, so that the developers will not have to go back and check the old codes and work on that, which was the old system that we were following. Now we are working in the DevOps culture, so we have to work on that code immediately if there is some issue existing in the code. I hope that this concept, if not, we can discuss it at length in the coming lectures. Now, the second thing is understanding application lifecycle management. So this is another thing which will be discussed later in the chapter, so that we can know how the application will be flowing from the development to the production environment. Now, the third thing is automating infrastructure with cloud formation. So, in cloud formation, what we do is we create a code, we create a cloud formation template, and that template will be used for deployment of some regular stuffs. Like suppose you have some like environment already built, and you want to build that similar environment multiple times. So AWS give you a beautiful concept of cloud formation, so you can just write a code. Cloud formation template will be having that code, and it will use all some AMI, some customized AMI, or maybe some AWS managed AMI, and it will deploy whatever resources you need or whatever resources you have mentioned in the cloud formation template. So you just need to create a stack out of that cloud formation template, and it will deploy all the resources in one go. So this will be a very easy job for you to deploy a similar kind of environment multiple times. And actually this is the thing, cloud formation, that describes infrastructure as a code. So you, if you want to deploy one infrastructure, you don't have to go and create each resources manually. You can just write a template and create an infrastructure on just a click. So this is the beauty of AWS cloud formation. Now, the next thing is deploying application with Elastic Beanstalk. So similar to CloudFormation, Elastic Beanstalk is used for applications. So you just have to provide all the necessary resources, all the necessary configuration files for your application. You just need to upload that into Elastic Beanstalk, and it will run the application on your behalf. So whatever the resources is needed, whatever the policies or anything, whatever is needed for running your application, it will do the job for you. So it's like everything is automated. You just need to upload your configuration files, and it will do the job. So now the next thing is creating stacks and managing configuration with opsworks. So this is another thing that is in AWS, and that will help you to automate your infrastructure, managing your configuration or creating stacks. So that is another alternative of automation in AWS. Scripting and automating operational tasks. So this is a very major thing that is what DevOps is known for. So if you have something manual going on in operations, and which can be automated, then DevOps can play a vital part here. So you just need some scripting experience, and you can just create a flow using that script, using the scripts, and you can automate your operational tasks in such a manner. So this is what we will cover in this course. So this is just the introduction part, and it's a beginning of the continuous delivery and automation block, and which is the first block of this AWS DevOps course. So hope you liked it. Thank you for listening. We will meet in next video.